Anthony Fasano here from Pass the PE Exam, and in this episode, I am thrilled to be able to introduce to you Stephen Halabaugh. Stephen is a licensed professional engineer, but he's also started a firm called Native Strategies, a civil engineering firm, where he is helping tribal nations to help to build the infrastructure that they need to succeed. And he talks about how many doors have been opened to him and barriers lifted because of his engineering license. And if you need inspiration to take this exam, he's the guy to give it to you. So we're going to jump right in with him. But first, I just want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, PPI Kaplan. PPI Kaplan has been helping engineers pass their licensing exams, both the FE and PE exams, since 1975. PPI provides expert prep courses and study resources designed to help you pass the PE exam the first time. PPI's live online courses include hours of lectures, problem-solving demonstrations, exam strategy sessions, office hours, and a passing guarantee. When you take a live online course, PPI guarantees you will pass, or you can take the on-demand course for free. With study guides, practice exams, and more, the PPI Learning Hub offers digital practice and review that you can take with you anywhere you have a device so that you can prepare during the times most convenient for you. Check out PPI today at ppi2pass.com to see all the options available for PE exam prep. Let's dive in. All right, so Stephen Halabaugh is a licensed professional engineer, and he's the president at Native Strategies. Stephen took a passion of his. He was brought up in a tribal land, and he now helps tribal nations develop as a civil engineer. That's what his firm does. Stephen, I want to thank you for spending some time with us on Pass the PE Exam, and really what you've done is extraordinary, and I was hoping I could pick your brain for a few minutes on how important the professional engineering license has been to your journey.
Absolutely. I love it.
So talk to me. So tell me, you had an idea, you started this firm, so you now are helping tribal nations with their infrastructure needs. But take us through your career on how you got to that PE license. Did someone inspire you to get it? How did you know you should get it? And then what did that look like for you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, as I started my career, I started out just like all of you as an engineer in training, learning from your mentors and trying to gather that knowledge and really figure out what did I learn in school and how am I going to take that and really apply it in the real world. And so I had several incredible mentors, and one of them that had the biggest impact, his name's Ambassador Neil McCaleb. So he was the ambassador for the Chickasaw Nation to the United States. He was also the first Secretary of Transportation for the state of Oklahoma. So he was a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. He's a licensed professional engineer, not just in Oklahoma, but throughout the U.S. Went on to work for the Bureau of Indian Affairs as the Assistant Secretary of the Interior. So I think that pursuit of you can use this technical skill in a way that may be significant to you individually, whether that's, for me, that's tribal significance and improving the infrastructure that's on these tribal lands. For you, it may be something completely different. It may be working in national parks, or it may be improving water quality. But there is a path, and that's through that professional licensure, because then you get to take that and you get to take that to wherever state you want to go. You can do that through reciprocity and pursue those passions. And so, yeah, I'm a huge proponent of don't stop at your EIT. Keep pushing through, pick it back up, keep driving, and get your professional engineering license.
Yeah, and I think what you said there is really, really important, because you might have goals or aspirations in your career, and if you don't have your license, you're going to have to rely on someone else to help you achieve them. But if you have your license, like Stephen suggests, now opportunities are open to you and available to you, and it's more on you to go and get it done, as opposed to saying, well, if I have someone with me that's licensed, then maybe I can do that. So would you agree with that, Stephen?
I would wholeheartedly agree with that. And it may be your dream to start your own firm, to found your own engineering firm. You can't do that without your professional license. You would have to have somebody else that's overseeing your work even as the founder. So yeah, pursue that professional license, get that extra credential, because it's not just going to benefit those who you work with, it's going to benefit you and where you want to take your work as a whole.
Yeah, and Stephen, your company now is growing, and I'm sure for you, like now you can, if you needed to, you could get licensed in other states and continue to grow your firm in that way.
Absolutely, yeah. So we actually have continued. I'm now licensed in over a dozen states, and our firm has employees that are licensed in over 30. So it's you can continue to get that reciprocity and go work where you may not have worked before.
Yeah, and the reason that we tend to have people like Stephen on the show is, in addition to some of the more exam strategy videos we do, is because, you know, when you're younger in your career, you sometimes don't understand the value of the license and all of the doors that it can unlock. So by having someone like Stephen come on and show you the amazing things that he's been able to do by starting a firm and helping a lot of these tribal nations because he has the license, I'm hopeful that it can inspire you to say, wow, you know, what can I kind of unlock for myself if I can really buckle down, study for this exam, push through, get my license, and then really, like, the sky is the limit, so to speak. And so, you know,
Absolutely.
So like Stephen said, stick with it. You know, it's not easy, but once you have it, and then you can do amazing things like Stephen's doing. So Stephen, real quick, before we wrap up here, tell us about what you have there on your desk.
Yeah, so absolutely. So behind me, this is actually my professional engineering seal and a Navajo tomahawk that was gifted to me from the Navajo Nation. So, I mean, it marries the two worlds of your passions, right? You can take your professional license, your degree, your certification, and move on and do it wherever your heart's content and pursue those passions. So, yep.
And I can say without a doubt, I've done many interviews, but no one else has had a license and a Navajo tomahawk on their desk. So you are the first.
Awesome.
So Stephen, thanks again for spending time with us on Pass the PE Exam. I think your words are very inspirational, and I appreciate you sharing them with our audience.
Awesome. Thanks. It's good speaking with you, Anthony.
I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Stephen. I asked him to come on because I know a lot of engineers struggle with this exam, and that may be why you're watching this, right? Maybe you didn't pass the first time, you have a family, you have a job. How am I going to get this done? So I'm trying to show you the results that you can generate by meeting with some of these licensed professional engineers and having them talk about the doors that have been opened for them. But please put any questions or comments you have in the chat below this video. Maybe there's a specific question that you need answered about the exam, or you want help with some strategies for how to pass it, and we will help you. And I'll see you next week on Pass the PE Exam.